All right, chapter 11. He's stuck in the peach pit. Something's in there with him. We don't know what it is. Tried to escape. There's no door. I don't know. It's getting kind of weird. James' large, frightened eyes traveled slowly around the room. The creatures, some sitting in chairs, others reclining on a sofa, were all watching him intently. That means really closely. Creatures? Or were they insects? An insect is usually something that's rather small, is it not? A grasshopper, for example, is an insect. So what would you call if you saw a grasshopper as large as a dog? A large dog. A large dog. You could hardly call that an insect, could you? There was an old grasshopper, as large as a dog, sitting on a stool directly across the room from James now. And next to the old green grasshopper, there was an enormous spider. And next to the spider, there was a giant ladybug with 9 spots on her scarlet shell. Each of these 3 were squatting upon a magnificent chair. On a sofa nearby, reclining comfortably in a curled-up position, there was a centipede and an earthworm. On the floor in the far corner, there was something thick and white. There's the little creatures. Well, they're not little. As though it might be a silkworm. It was sleeping soundly, and nobody was paying it any attention at all. Every one of these creatures was at least as big as James himself. And in a strange greenish light that shone down from somewhere in the ceiling, they were absolutely horrifying to behold. "I'm hungry," the spider announced, suddenly staring at James. "I'm famished," the old green grasshopper said. "So am I," said the ladybug. The centipede sat up and straightened on the sofa. "Everyone's famished," he said. "We need food." 4 pairs of round, black, glassy eyes were all fixed upon James. The centipede made a wriggling movement with his body as though he were about to glide off the sofa. But thankfully he didn't. There was a long pause, a long silence. The spider, who happened to be a female spider, opened her mouth and ran a long black tongue delicately over her lips. "Are you hungry?" she asked, suddenly leaning forward to address James to herself. Poor James backed up against the far wall, shivering with fright and much too terrified to answer. "What's the matter with you?" the old green grasshopper asked. "You look positively ill." "He looks as though he's going to faint any second," the centipede said. "Oh, my goodness, poor thing," the ladybug said. "I do believe he thinks that we're about to eat him." There were roars of laughter from all over the room. "Oh, dear," they said. "What an awful thought. You must be frightened." The ladybug said kindly, "We would not dream of hurting you. You are one of us now. Didn't you know that? You are one of the crew. We are all in the same boat." "We have been waiting for you all day long," the old green grasshopper said. "We thought you were never going to turn up. I'm so glad you made it." "So cheer up, bold boy," the centipede said. "In the meantime, I wish you'd come over here and give me a hand with these boots. It takes me hours to get them all on by myself." Okay, a lot just happened there. What? Why have they been waiting for him? How did they even know about him? They're on a boat, a ship? What could they mean? I need you guys to text me some information. I'm looking for some stuff. And you know what? I'm holding chapter 12 hostage till I get at least 5 responses. So if I don't find out from you, from 5 of you, what you think is going on, I might not read chapter 12 tomorrow to you. Maybe I'll only read it to the kids who answer me. No, I'll read it to all of you. But I want to know, 5 of you and I'll read it. Otherwise, you might have to wait. Anyway, I love you. And for those of you who missed it yesterday, I hope you guys are go noodling and doing your work. I can see who's been on the websites, and it's not a lot of you, so let's get on there. Go noodle. But more importantly, extra math, extra math. I stations, I stations, I stations. You know what? Maybe I make a challenge. If 10 people do 10 minutes of I station and do 10 minutes of reflex or extra math, and I can check, I will do a TikTok and post it. The ball's in your court, people. 10 people. Call your friends. Get in contact with them. Tell them to do the work. Miss Siebert on TikTok. Okay, but you just laugh at me. I love you guys and miss you. And hopefully you're going to do your work and I'll be TikToking.